Hi friends, Concy here from atop Serenity Hill, and I made you a new prompt deck. For those that love prompt decks, here you go. It's got its own holder. There are 72 cards inside, all different prompts for you to dive into for your art journal. Yes, that's upside down. It says tear, tape, scribble. And so I'm making a video for you. Let's get started on how to cut it apart and how to make this fun little pouch, all of which comes in the printable. All right, let's go. So when you get your PDF, you are going to have 12 of these sheets. Each one has 6 on it, so you end up with a total of 72 3x3 cards. And then I just happen to use a corner rounder. You don't have to do that, but I love the idea of a corner round on the cards. This is just regular cardstock that I printed it out on. You can also laminate it if you like laminating, okay? So what I wanted to share was the easiest way to cut this so you don't have to think about it very much. And then there's also a printable. The 13th page is a printable that is a pouch that I'm going to show you how to create. All right, so let's start with the sheets themselves. And I have my cutter here. What you want to do is cut off an inch from the left side. So it's 8.5. For me, it's 8.5. And so I'm going to put it at 7.5 and chop off an inch. And then I want to chop off an inch from the top, which would put it at 10 because it is 11, okay? All right, so from there, then I want to make these at 3, I'm gonna make these 3 inches. So it was easier for me to turn it this way, find the 3-inch mark. And chop. Okay, chop these at 3. Okay, and then take these and chop them this way at 3. 3, 3. Okay, and then you have this little extra. And I will do that for all of them so that you are watching me do one full sheet. Okay, so you can do this however. You can do it in bulk if you have a big cutter, you know, whatever works for you. You can hand cut them. Don't forget scissors. They don't have to be perfect. I just thought it would be helpful for you to see how easy it was to cut them up. Okay, and so then I have a stack of cards that are all approximately 3 inches square. So that is the easiest way to do it. And then I usually use if you're using this corner rounder, I tend to use the 7, the one in the middle. Boop. And boop. Do I have 2 of them? No, it's just 1. Okay, and then there you have it. All your cards. All right, and so I would do that for all of them. And we will get to that. So the next thing that we have is our printable for the box itself. So for that, I am going to use a cutting board, and I'm going to share so you can see what it is. A cutting board. I am using a metal ruler and an X-Acto. You could use scissors if you want to. If you look closely, you will see that there is a box. Okay, you are going to cut out the faded part so that I took the, it made this part faded. I can't think of the word. Faded so that your box is just a little bit less. The reason why I made it a full printable is that you then have all the extra to use as a printable in your work, okay? Some collage fodder. So I'm going to cut along this line. So there's a line, it's a light gray line, and it changes to a lighter amount. And I'm just going to cut that off. You don't have to cut it all the way, but I'm going to cut all the way just to make it easier. Take this off because it's going to fall. All right, so I'm going to cut that. So this entire thing is one piece. I know there's a gray line here, but it was really hard to take it off, so I just didn't. No, I can see. I wanted to be able to see. So I'm always trying to cut so the gray line disappears ever so slightly, okay? So from this gray box up. All right, so then that comes up. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Stop right at that box. Okay, so you got that. Come across here. Okay, again, collage fodder. Delightful. Love some collage fodder. Just going to go around the whole thing. And honestly, I probably should have done that at the same exact time because I've got one on each side. But it's okay if you don't. Okay, then I've got the very bottom. All right, line that up. Slice it off. Beautiful collage fodder. Love it. All right. Okay. So once I have that, then I'm going to grab my bone folder, and you have a line here, 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 and here, okay, that I am going to use my bone folder and score. Okay, so you got 4 lines on the long piece. One, 2, 3 are dotted lines, and 1 is this solid line right at the edge here. Okay, and then you're also going to score here. I did not put lines there because you can use the edge. You just line your ruler up along the edge of this top piece and score. Line your ruler up against the edge of the top piece and score. Okay. And then we're going to fold them all in and crease them down. Okay, one at a time. Just work your way around, or work your way down, I should say. Boop, boop. And then you have 2 down here. If you have a scoreboard, you're welcome to use the scoreboard. Just line up your lines and go for it, but you really didn't need to do that. All right, so then, okay, that's the front, the back. All right, so now we're going to make this part an accordion. So I'm going to fold it in. It's already folded. I'm going to fold it back on itself to the edge. And then fold it again in half. Okay, once I open it, then I'm going to have that folded back and forth. Oops, here, 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 here. So it creates a little accordion. Okay, so do the same thing. I'm going to fold this in, fold it back on itself in half, score it, and then fold it again in half. Okay, open it up, and then we have fold there, this way, fold it as an accordion. Okay, and if it's not flat, like this one got a little wonkadelic, I will fix it ever so slightly. Okay. Yeah, so that's better. All right, so then you need, I'm going to corner punch. I know you're shocked. You're absolutely shocked. Corner punch my lid. All right, and then you can use either double stick tape. I like double stick tape, or you can use your art glitter glue. I'm going to use double stick tape for today because I know, you know, it works just fine. And what we're going to do, oh, if I can open it, is run double stick tape along this edge. Okay, and this edge. Sometimes your double stick tape just doesn't want to work. So I just go over it a few times because, you know, as much as you're like, just do it once. Yeah, doesn't always work. So then I'm going to fold this up. So this is your bottom, and this is going to tuck right in here along that edge. Okay. And it might take a little second to just line it up. And the same on this side. You know, sometimes if it's fiddly like this is why using that art glitter glue, because it dries really quick, might hinder some of you and stress you. Don't let it stress you. All right, and then you have a little box. And we're going to add a little Velcro dot. I got these at the Dollar Tree. Oop. And I like the soft one on this side, so I'm going to put it, I'm just eyeballing it, y'all. Eyeballing it. Fold it over. Just line it up so that it's, you know, it lines up in that corner and lines up on this corner. And just press it down. Okay. And then you have yourself a little box, y'all. All right, and then we're going to gather up all of our cards. Including the ones I haven't cut yet, because that's all 72. Pop them in our little thing, in a little pouch. And I'm also going to say, I just put the Velcro on, and I have to say, I probably, because the Velcro is off ever so slightly, I would say put the cards in the pouch before you put the Velcro on, okay? That's just something, as I'm learning, you know, this is what happens when you do things live on camera. That this probably should have been up just a tiny bit. It's still going to work just fine, But there you have it. Dear Journal, let's play. 72 prompts for curious creators. All right. All the links are below for you to dive in and get the prompt deck. And, stay tuned. I'll be doing some videos here on YouTube for using the deck so that you can get used to me playing with it. All right, all. Thanks so much.